Sorry, I was a little late on that one, but here we are. Match number 3.
Looks like Gumbo Volcano right off the bat. I didn't get a glimpse of their spots, but I assume with the Daisy, they are first.
It is 135 for SY, 1356. So alternating spots, pretty even all around.
We see Casper with a bomb here. He might just try to throw it away. Doesn't want to like kill any of his teammates.
At this point, he needs to chuck this forward for sure, and he does.
He does miss, but he has a nice room to take rock. Assuming he doesn't fail, he'll be in second. Oh,
clean, and like Jax fails it, so an opportunity hits the item box and third, gets the shroom first. This could be huge.
Though, in case one of the SY players took rock, he could have potentially started him, but looks to me like he got away with that.
He did. Act is really winning this backwards race right now. Oh, dodges the blue. Good move over there from Casper, and looks like there's some trolling going on in the middle section there. And I don't know if it was Mura or someone from WZ that was really slowing everyone down, but a huge breakaway right now for Casper. This is gigantic. People could be taking the cut here. If they take this at an opportune time, another blue coming out on Casper. He does not get the opportunity to get more items, but Nick able to take the rock and takes over first.
Looks like a shock was used. Nick did have a golden there from the looks of it, so I don't know if it was just running out or it had to be he was taking rock, so...
Yeah, probably getting in a little bit on the low end there, but right now, what seemed to be a runaway for first for WZ is now first place for SY.
Fib was really close to hitting him, and all Casper can do at this point is hope for a lucky second place shroom or hope this red somehow connects. Yeah, he is going for the boxes. If you pull a Fib there,
then he is going to get hit. But Nick only had one item, so he could be getting ready here.
He gets the shroom now, but it's a little too late. And
SY getting
a lot of SY taking cut.
Yep, and only a red in fourth. So top 2 coming in for SY right off the bat.
Top 2,
bottom 2. Yeah. Oh no, yeah, Quinn did get 8th. So yeah, good start here for SY. Really seems that not phased from the last match. So that is.
There we go.
Out to make an exciting match here, so I really hope that we have something intense like we did the first one.
Don't want to speak too soon though. I mean, one race, you know. Assuming SY really isn't phased, they'll be able to. At this point, I think for track picks, I think they should go top 2. They have a lot of bottom spots too, though.
I think you go DK Summon here.
For WC or SY?
For SY. You have Nick, who really does enjoy DK Summit.
I think CM would be another good one on paper. The top 2 and then the bottom spots can pull some nice shrooms.
I don't like Coco just for the point that it is not good for second and they do have top 2.
Fair point.
And I don't think you want to have any sort of chorus that could potentially screw over second place. You really want to have something that's going to be effective for both of your top spots here. In a suicide or even trolling war, top 2 wins the race. If you have 2 people going backwards, top 2 is at worst a +1 race.
Can I correct you on that one? Plus 3. Yeah.
Or +3. +3. Yeah.
Easy going for Mushroom Gorge. It's a smart pick. They can get shrooms, take gap, and kind of scatter the spots a little bit. You know, want to make sure that SY doesn't run away top 2. And it looks like they do get their track pick. So we have we said?
No.
We have not. This is the first time it's been selected. They did put the option out there, but it was always SY, which is interesting. Because SY, being the ones that always were picking this, it's kind of interesting to see that WollywogZ also say, you know what, we like that. We have that in our arsenal. Let's see what they can do with it.
If WollywogZ did pull Bill here early on, they got like a lucky Bill that is actually really good. I know this track, having Bill is super good on here. I'm just assuming at this point. It looks like Casper did hit his teammate or his dagger.
He hit Hawk, but Nick made a smart move there to actually concede first over to Casper. Normally, obviously, you want first place, but having triple greens around him and then being that close, it is smarter to concede and try to avoid the back spam than going for a risky hold on to first and then potentially getting sniped out. At this point, though, WZ is top 2.
Someone did use Bill from there trying to bill it out of the bagger. I think that was Hawk. At which point, I assume SY would have it. Looks like
Casper Casper's getting blued quite a bit this war, and he hangs on.
Spots, though.
Left. He
oh.
Did not go all the way left to try to get that low hop on the 3rd mushroom.
SY are still,
sort of a mistake.
5, 6, 7 though.
Yeah, it looks like top 2 there for WZ. Maybe top 3. I didn't see where Crash was.
Unless I was wrong, I do think SY holds shock there. I did see Act slow down. Beginning of lap 2.
So there could be a shock as soon as WZ's top 3 gets into the mushroom section, possibly.
I think that's why Casper's holding the golden, hoping for a star of some sorts. We do see someone in a star in 8th. I think, yeah, that is SY. Maybe it's not in play.
It must not
WZ.
be.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Casper after the box is very smart. I don't know if they were intending on that.
I think SY took gap and got 2nd, but other than that, I think WZ still got like a 1-3-4 out of that.
Yeah, SY got 6-8 because Daisy. It's going to be a very close race.
1-3-4 coming out for WZ.
Strong race for them, yeah.
But at this point, it's still super close. It's exactly what you want to see in a match 3 scenario.
Definitely.
So at this point, 1-3-4, I would say if you're WZ, you go for the RBC. You've got that 1st place. You can get the draft from 4th. Your other option is to go something like a DDR or a Coco where you can just kind of hurt that 2nd place. Coco might almost be better, just in the sense that your 3rd place can slide over to the left and your 4th place can move over to the right. You can take a lot of those boxes, slow them down. If you do want them to go for Bill, you can force your bagger to make it so that they have to hit it a 9th on 1 try and 1 try alone. And if everyone else is taking items, it slows them down significantly, and Bill's not even going to be helpful there other than to get the shock.
I think TF is a safer pick here, though. I mean, they are 1-3-4. I think it's not as risk heavy, and this early on, you don't always want to take that many risks.
Yeah, looks match 3 of a finals, you do kind of want to play it a little safer, especially early on while the game is developing. If you are forced into a scenario where you need to take risks, you do want to do that a little later down the line. Don't do anything that could potentially throw. I do like the call. BC3 coming out for SY. A solid, just mid-ground pick. They do have a lot of the bottom spots, and they do also have someone in the top, being Jax. And I honestly think that is a big thing there. If you have someone in a top spot like that, you do have the ability to go ahead and have them remove the block. But at this point, all the spots got flipped with the triple reds coming out.
That beginning was crazy. I do think at this point, if cut is blocked, someone from WZ should unblock. It doesn't look like it was blocked correctly though. So
that was way off.
We got Casper taking it. Quinn waiting his turn. I think someone might have gotten hit before they could have. Casper gets
nice
sniped
snipe from Nick. Really just keeping the foot on the gas there.
Applying the pressure. Yeah.
At least 3 of the bottom 5 spots coming in for WZ. I didn't catch a glimpse of who was 8th there. It is Crash, so it is all bottom spots for the most part from WZ, meaning that SY is holding down a top 3.
I think SY did just get blued there, and Casper does have a POW. He can get a nice starter POW with this. Another blue coming in. TK gets TC, but I think that POW was smart on shortcut. None of them could take it. Someone got POW'd off from the looks of it, and very slowly.
And Quinn is able to take cuts, so now he is in first. So we do have 2-3 coming in for SY.
I was gonna say very slowly. I feel like WZ is crawling back up to those top spots.
I will pay attention to the
up, giving them 2-3-4
soon though.
Yeah, it is neck and neck. Both are still going backwards. And forced to stop. It doesn't look like anyone really got trolled there. Oh, someone spun out.
No.
Oh, it was Jax getting TC'd. Okay.
SY gets more reds. Casper with the triple shrooms. SY is going to run away top 3 unless somehow there is someone that can unblock.
Crash is gonna have to unblock this here for Casper. And it's double blocked, but only the Fib is blocking.
Oh.
And a nice star.
That was an SY
I don't know
shock.
if that was Nick or if it was Quinn.
I figured that shot was
prevented them from
finished,
taking cut.
Casper going for some cheeky shortcut
Good
there.
idea, though. Good idea.
It could have worked. Yeah.
That was the only thing could have done there, really.
Yeah, at that point, if you're in 8th right there, you're already done. The race is over for you.
SY looked to get top 3, though.
Yeah. We don't really have vision on it, but I imagine that was a runaway top 3 there for SY. Good race coming out. Really pulling it back after that last war, recognizing where they need to make some arrangements, and they've really done a good job as far as adapting into this match 3.
Yeah, that TS was a big part of the match. I think that really sealed the deal. They got that star in TS was absolutely nuts. That's all I can say. Yeah, top 3, 6. Wow. And I think that puts them up by a little over 20, right? SY was already ahead.
They're up by 19 now. They're up by 19.
SY was down 2. Oh. Yeah, they were down 2, I think.
Yeah, SY are up 19.
I think, like you said, it's just a matter of getting these. Either if you're SY, you want to build in your lead. You know, you don't want to do anything too risky. You want to keep getting, you know, +5 races, +10. If you're WZ, the same thing. You don't want to go for anything huge. You want to just keep chipping away. You're not at that point where you have to go for anything too committal. You know, even a top 2
3 gonna come out? Oh no, WZ
Gardens.
goes for Peach Gardens. I'm honestly a little surprised by that. WZ is really good at handling all of the micro battles within MC3, and I think that's the track that they should have been. Every time that I've seen WZ play, and the times that I've played with WZ, every opportunity that they have where they have a pretty sizable losing race, they do go for the MC3. This is where you can have these escalations come out for a team like SY, or even a team like WZ for that matter. It's not necessarily the first big race that hurts you, it's the second. If you get your track pick after having a dominating race, especially on something like a Moonview, a Rainbow Road, a Bowser's Castle Wii,
that's
when
the
other
adrenaline
team
starts kicking in. Yeah.
Not only that, you can really start to lock up the rest of the war. And an 8th place build for Casper, this is big. This could be where he goes for the Streamless glitch with Funky. But if you see if one more person gets hurt, hit and knocked back, there's no way that he's gonna risk it.
This bill and
I think the smartest play would be to definitely hold the bill, just for that whole shock factor. You know, his teammate can very easily secure it now that he knows they have bill.
Especially.
Not only that, Hawk won this sizably the last time that they had their race here. Hawk won the backwards battle by a wide margin.
If Hawk pulls something like,
we'll see pretty soon.
If he keeps going backwards, Act can easily just keep spamming boxes for the next 30 seconds here.
I think you're cutting out Jaggy.
Yeah, but it looks like Hawk might have pulled it here. He's not moving.
I think Quinn got blued. TK coming up, so Bill in 5th. Will he be forced to use it? No.
No, nice save there. So 1-3 for SY, 2-4 for WZ, and he dodged the POW.
I think that was a WZ POW.
I feel like that was probably a WZ POW. It was closer than it should have been, that is for sure.
They also went for glitch in 2nd and failed. Kind of giving Casper a
hard fail. Yeah, really giving WZ the driver's seat on this race. SY is going to have to pull the shock.
And looking like Hawk already has it.
When Hawk was...
And at this point...
Oh, what's in the bill? Yeah, but Hawk...
Forced to use the bill, yeah.
That's really not that bad for SY at this point, because that bill doesn't take him very far. There's only one person to pass. Gets blued immediately.
And comboed.
Oh. And I don't know where that green came from, but that is nice. And... triple reds from Crash to stave off the triple reds from Jax
we might see Casper go for the glitch here.
I don't think it's worth it. You still have top 2. You still have top 2. SY shot coming in. Jax should be able to take first at this point. He will.
Is he gonna wait for
Casper goes where he wants it?
He got it. He got
first.
Being in first. Okay, SY still 2-3 though. He could very easily get killed.
And the use of that last shroom I don't like. A potential blue, especially after the items get completely reset from the shock, means that there is a potential, but there is no blue. Casper holds down first. a great salvage from
Clutch
Casper. That was a
triple shroom,
great back and forth race, and really it boiled down to Casper making the glitch.
That was a pretty good pull there. Triple shrooms in 5th or 6th, I think he pulled right after shock. Definitely something they needed. So I think, yeah, WZ took that race, assuming they won for it.
Man, this is why D1 is so great though, because if people have top spots in lower divisions, it kind of seems like they already secured it if no shot comes into play. But you know, taking the glitch, things like that can easily turn the race around. 115 to 129. Yeah, SY won that GP by 14.
WZ definitely pulled it back at the end. If SY would have top 3 there, they would have had a pretty sizable lead going into the next GP. But
now, if you're SY, do you think DKM would be a good pick here? Even though they did lose the first time, would you still pick DKM if you were SY here?
I would never pick DKM, but that's just me.
The tracks that is, it's kind of an icky track to be honest, but
I think if they're confident on it and they have the spots, definitely. I believe they did well on it.
SY, they did have Mura in first, but then WZ were occupying a lot of the top to mid spots. So if SY can get top spots in whatever running track they pick, it could be bad for WZ definitely.
I don't think you take a risk on DK Mountain with 1356. I think if you do want to force a daisy track, you could potentially go something like Parkway. You do have those mid spots that can soak up the shrooms, and it would be some of the last potential item sets that you could get on the first spot of DKJP without having to stop, and that's going to be very key there if they do want to go for something like that. I have a feeling they're probably going to go something more neutral, maybe go for that DDR. I don't see them trying to make any sort of risky plays again. This is match 3. You're up 14. You have the lead. You still have momentum in that sense. Go ahead and pick something safe and go ahead and start pushing this advantage.
These first few turns are really important in DKM though. Looks like, yep, SY
man, we
top
see him
3
get bumped
right
around
off the
a
bat.
little bit. Yeah. Top 3, and they can, as long as there's no PAL. I mean, you know that one section is pretty bad, but
TK getting hit. Yeah, and with Jax now having triple greens being held out, he could definitely slow them down even more. And Nick's already broken into the top 5 too.
Casper pulling more triple shrooms though. I've seen so many times he gets these things in 4th and 5th, and it's really clutch.
That was a good bump there. A little bit of a laggy bump, but
yeah, TK getting hit. Yeah, and with Jax now having triple greens being held out, he could definitely slow them down even more. And Nick's already broken into the top 5 too.
Casper pulling more triple shrooms though. I've seen so many times he gets these things in 4th and 5th, and it's really clutch.
That was a good bump there. A little bit of a laggy bump, but
yeah, it was.
Yeah, a bump nonetheless.
Looks like they got bombed out of nowhere.
Was that his own teammate that bombed?
It looked like. I think it looked like it was coming from Nick.
TK
Another
got
TC, no big deal though.
Barely clutches in the cannon with them.
Still very good though for SY.
With top 3.
Yeah, even no matter what, you're dodging top 3 on a front running track with really no shortcuts.
And he has to watch out for to hit any kind of trail that Nick wants to throw at him. Trying to get ahead of him for that reason.
Yeah, I really don't think that Casper should have risked hitting a box at 4th right after shock. And Mura got hit by the boulder, it looks like.
SY kind of falling apart after that dodge, but I mean, Casper is still the only one up there. Besides TK coming up out of... Looks like they all died. I don't know what happened.
There's a lot of pressure coming in here. Casper with 1 item, he's got to avoid both back spam and keep fast enough to keep away from Mura.
Doing very well here though so far. Oh, is it?
They might be trying to shock out a cannon.
Yep. There it is.
And he's gonna red him.
Mura dodged.
See, and that's the issue with the lap 2 shock. There's always time for one more.
Mm-hmm. Having Hawk or having that shock used there, I don't know if Axe should have ever even tried to go for another one. At that point, like, you force Hawk to have to get into 9th.
Kind of gets an awkward angle here.
But top 2 for WZ, top 3 for WZ.
Holy.
He's looking. So TK with a Becca and first. What a beast. Showing off at the end there.
SY used the lap 2.
Was that a top 4? What happened to Quinn? He was third.
That was a top
last
4.
I saw.
Or
I think
fifth.
the reason why SY used a shock lap 2 is because maybe they were afraid of losing that top 3 going into lap 3, potentially with a POW or a blue or something, but...
Oh yeah, I mean you have to use that shock. You've got top 3. You've got a cannon track. It's a front running track. That shock has to happen on lap 2. Even if you don't want to use lap 2 shock, you don't want to risk anything happening. 1 to the shock, 2 to your top 3. If you can just build that lead enough, you can get through that. But top 3, 5 coming in for WZ.
2 major factors for WZ's good race there, though. For one, Casper did a very good job of getting back up to the front and avoiding everything. And second of all, Murrah did actually hit that boulder, so in the end, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, if Murrah doesn't hit that boulder, I don't think anyone catches him, even if that shot comes in. And on top of that, I don't think that at this stage you can make those kind of mistakes. That's not something that you can expect from someone as high of a caliber player as Murrah.
Exactly.
It's uncharacteristic, and it doesn't really happen at any bigger stage than this.
Yeah, when the pressure's on, the pressure can get to anybody, man. But WZ are currently up by 15 now, so the tables have turned majorly here.
I like the Rainbow Road pick that they're going for. You know, being top 3, we've talked about it before in the previous matches. You know, you're able to kind of just what's the word I'm looking for? Just
you can just lock down that top 3. You can hold
exactly.
it, and then you force their hand because you're going to force their bagger in a situation where they have to risk it in 9th on 1 chance, and then your bagger gets a free chance in 10th over and over again. So
Rainbow Road is just it's the concept of eliminating almost every option.
Yeah, it's really tying the hands of the opponent if you have top spots and your team can run it. And it looks like they're just going to hold on to these spots right now. And it looked like Crash got triple reds there. So, again, this could be very much a repeat of the last time that WZ played here. And we're able to hold on to all these top spots with all these reds to knock people out of it.
Looks like they're kind of bumping each other around. Kind of smart for TK to give Casper some space. Don't want to bump each other off. Looks like, yeah, they're just kind of running away. Top 2. None of the baggers want to make a move. Especially if you're WZ.
Yeah, there's no reason to do it. You've got top spots locked down. There's no reason to risk anything.
That's why actually
you have 1, 3, 4. You still have 1, 3, 4. Again, you're up. You take your wins where you can, and you can kind of push the advantage when you have an opportunity to. But there's no reason that Hawk's going to ever go for this shock first. So it is going to be on SY to either pull a couple blues, or they're going to have to risk the shock here soon.
I think he's trying to put Crash in first, assuming he has a shroom. We have Mike with a red trailing. I think Casper's, yeah. He wants to get rid of that red. Looks like he threw it. Don't think he got him, though.
Ah, it looks like Crash ended up failing, so now we have Mike in first. That's why he's holding down.
I think it's lag. Yep.
Oh, it is. Okay. Man, that was a significant time delay there.
Yeah, he
overcommitted so top 2.
We do see Nick going for the moon jump. Easily could be redded here, assuming he can't get an item.
It looks like he's trailing something, and he got hit with the fib from Crash. So top 3 for WZ.
And after that, they pretty much have to go for shock at 9th at that point.
Yep.
That's why.
And you saw Act jump immediately over, and it looks like Hawk got it first try after. So this race is all but locked up here for WZ. And top 3 in cannon. There it is.
They did clip 4th in, but it shouldn't matter.
No, at this point there is no opportunity for a second shock. And unless they all get caught up in a single blue.
Casper nearly hit the wall, though. That was pretty scary.
That just shows.
It was pretty close, but you know that's the thing. When you are at this level, that might even feel a little wide for someone like Casper.
Rainbow Road is just such a great track if you can capitalize on it, play it right. You know, any kind of top 3, top 4 is just it's a great option.
Yeah, you look at a team like Avail who has really popularized this track for its front running capability, where you can just kind of lock an opponent out of options unless they pull a large number of blues. Those positions really aren't going to change. You force the bagger to have to go for risky shock, so you don't have to take really a gamble on a 50-50 shock, and you really can just put handcuffs on the opponent for that entire race.
It's like top 3, 7, and the bagger point if you want to do the scores,
I got
Jaggy.
you, fam. 201 to 165.
CWZ kind of getting another lead.
So, yeah.
Will
36.
SY be able to bring it back? I want to see SY retaliate with some strong race. I don't want I want it to be a
Things like
close
this
match.
are what separates the mentally tough teams from the teams that aren't as much. Because SY, they had top spots in DKM. They lost those top spots and they ended up getting top 3'd. And then they ended up getting another bad race. We'll just have to see what they do here.
I think right now they really need a track pick.
There it is.
It looks like they got it.
Yep, they got their Sherbert land, so we'll see what they can do with it. Hopefully, they can really turn this around, get a big race here, kind of get some footing. Even if it's not a big race, just a win in general.
Yeah, they still have 6 races left. They can still easily bring this back.
Just something that isn't top 3 for them.
Yeah, you need to put some points back on the board. Just swing the momentum a little bit, or at least kill off WZs. Because right now, WZ has just been going on a tear the last few races.
We see a few of SY trying to stay up front in the beginning. I thought maybe a few of them would bag, but we see what's his name? Jake get a TC. Yeah, Jack's get a TC.
It's a bit confusing because it is JAK rather than JAX, but.
Oh, I know Act is Jake, and so I want to say Jake.
I get you.
Jack.
Yeah, Jax's name is also Jake, so.
Jake MKB.
Casper with a star in 8th. Looks like WZ's bottom 3, but the shot could be in play. I didn't get a glimpse of the baggers.
Neither.
Looks like someone's trying to choose it in 9th. Maybe? No.
No, he just hit the wall, I believe. Yeah.
Squishing a pile out of them.
It is Hawk. He did just jump off, so he had Bill.
TK has a TC. I'm surprised Casper didn't help him out there. Maybe
with the difference right there in the gap, you don't want to throw away what's potentially your one dodge all the way back there.
Though, you don't want all of your teammates in the back. I mean, look at them now; they're bottom 3.
They are, but that could come down to whether or not Hawk actually has the shock or not.
Act did fall
off.
off.
So do we think Casper's
Act did just jump off?
If they have shock, when do you think? First set, second?
If they have shock, they're using it now because he just got this TC.
Yep.
Still paying attention to the bagging battle. It's still neither bagger have shock.
Maybe no one has it.
Either no one has it or SY has it, because you don't use 2 stars there if you're WZ and not pull the trigger there.
Yeah.
Casper gets more shrooms.
SY do have the shock. Yes, I can confirm.
Doesn't get a box. Quinn 3-4. All these back spams trying to just maneuver their way out of them. And if SY can secure this, that's a top 2-6 or top 2-5.
We'll see what the items are here for each player. Oh, a shroom.
TK shrooms up. A shock. Maybe trying to TS him at that gap. It doesn't look like it works out.
Someone comes up but it looks like it's going to be top 2-6. I don't think... Oh, maybe Nick did pass Quinn there. That would be the only way that they got top 2-5 there.
Yeah, Hawk getting a little unlucky that race because he was initially winning the bagging battle, but it didn't seem like he pulled. Yeah, he just kept pulling bills, I believe. Actually, towards the later part of the race, Act did end up getting in 10th, but yeah, very good race here for SY. Top 2. Wow.
They needed that. So that's that kind of momentum shift. Yeah.
That was a +5.
So right now, you're SY, you get +5, and you're down by a little bit. If I were them, have we seen Delfino at all?
Not at all this war.
We have not seen Delfino.
For WollywogZ, I guess their first pick would be Gardens, but Delfino wouldn't be a bad pick here for them. I know in these higher divs, that's not a lot of their first choices, though.
Yeah, if you're WZ, I could see them. They tend to go for gardens, but oh, they're going for Koopa Cape. They think their spots are good for that. I don't mind that pick. Like I said before, it is kind of running a risk though, because if you have top 2 for someone like SY, they can take some of the easier boxes to hit. If you take one of the bottom boxes as well as SY, you do start to limit the options that WZ can hit in those spots. And you are going to not allow people to catch up on Koopa Cape again, unless you pull a golden first set or triple shrooms first set. You're not going to see a lot of people really change the outcome of the race.
Yeah, I disagree with this pick.
Shocker or blue shells.
I think I don't think they should have pulled it out so soon. Maybe if they were second, but I think they're banking on the fact that they will get some kind of a power item in the beginning. It looks like they were bottom 2 running, so let's see. Triple streams from Casper, gonna be taking the 3 little grass shortcuts. Surprisingly changed it at that set. Gets another shroom. I think he should just hold this for the last cut.
He definitely should. I think it's risky to be hitting and chaining shrooms at those boxes anyway. If you're in a spot like 5th, I mean, there's just items that you could definitely,
got zapped.
You know, get that are way worse. Where you could get TCs, and you saw Mike just pull a TC right behind him.
Let me say this though, Casper hasn't pulled a single TC, and he chained quite a few 5th place boxes. So that's.
I mean, some people just have that feeling like I'm not gonna get the TC here. So and another single shroom in 3rd.
Here we go. We have Quinn in 2nd, kind of fighting for top 2 up here. Very weird spot to shroom. Gets the red on Jax, and it looks like they can just run away with this. Another single shroom. I don't believe this. This is crazy.
I think he got a little bit of magic pixie dust from Susui or something.
What? Dude, this is nuts. He's like going up the rail. If he gets another single shroom, this is crazy.
Koopa Cape physics is just insanely weird.
I would assume he's going to save 1 green for Shroomba. They are 1-3. WC crawling up behind. But yeah, I haven't really paid attention to baggers because, I mean, this track, you can't tell much.
They're still sitting back there, so no one's really got it yet, unless someone's just doing more of a mind game situation.
Quinn getting blued. I don't know. SY, last time I saw, they were kind of surrounding Casper. Goes wide on the waterfall, doesn't want to get hit with any kind of trail or back spam that Jax has to throw at him. From the looks of it, though, Jax could have a shroom. Oh no!
That's a good back spam spot.
Nice back spam, and then the combo there from Reds.
Very smart for Jax to wait to think he didn't have anything to back.
And then it looks like Mike might take the. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Wow, big race there.
Wow. Yeah, that back spam around the corner is lethal. If timed perfectly, no way you can avoid it.
Yeah, I think if you're SY, you like the position you're in. Obviously, you would prefer to be winning, but after all said and done, this is not a bad spot to be in. A couple winning races back to back to lead into the last GP. 1, 3, 4, 7. Not a terrible race.
It's so close. Again. Super close, because SY, they were down by about
It's an 11-point win. That race is an 11-point win. It closes the gap a little bit more. You're only down, what, 20, I think?
No, 20 exactly. Yeah, exactly 20.
20 exactly. You're in a spot. You're in striking distance, and that is all you can ask for going into the last GP. Again, we were talking about how 12 points, that's 1 race. 20, really, that's nothing to be worried about. So you get a couple wins on the first couple races, really kind of put your get some footing there, and the last 2 races you can just grind it out.
I think right now it just comes down to who wants it more. This is so close. You can't say
Yeah.
the back and forth.
I would like to shout out. Actually, I would like to point out a comment that Lucia Lugia Maiko made. I think that might be Lugia, aka Gomez. Yeah, it's
That's
okay.
Lugia.
He did
It
say
is.
this isn't even the most anticipated league in the community. 50 viewers isn't bad for EL. Yes, you do have a very good point. 50 viewers. I mean, this is a pretty damn good match. WZ and SY, two very strong sides. Very highly anticipated final. So yeah.
Actually close to
Ooh.
60 now.
Okay.
It's like 60 viewers. Mine says
Yeah.
58. Yeah.
And
Looks like they're going DDR.
it looks like it's DDR across the board, maybe. Oh, Maple now being audibled over here for SY. I really do like the switch off to Maple. But at the same time, you are 1-3. Second place being WZ, not the best on DDR. The only downside is that Murrah is the one in first, so he could potentially get bumped if he goes for Santop.
I love how with this format, we get to see like almost every track in the game. I mean, obviously stuff like Raceway hasn't been picked, but we've almost seen like everything.
Yeah, there has been a lot of different adaptations coming out from both teams as far as track picks are concerned, and that is always fun to watch. Another single shroom here for Casper.
Single
These are really big. I mean, these can mean a lot. I mean, first lap indicates so much of an entire race, and if he holds this all the way for cut, obviously he'll be in first after that. So, maybe not with Mike shrooming
He
all
could
the way.
very easily be hit before then.
Yeah, that is the downside of holding it for too long. Going for the item.
Questionable play.
Interesting.
I was gonna say maybe he could have shoved him off, but unlucky bomb there. Looks like they steal his shroom there too. Kind of.
Yeah, Murrah was able to scoop that one up. And right now, we've got pretty decent spots for SY, I think.
Yeah, if Act can secure that shock, this will be a pretty good comeback race for them. Looks like Casper has a POW in 7. This is definitely going to want to target POW at this branch section. Assuming he's not in cannon.
Probably going to target POW first.
Fib after cannon, that was probably called.
Yeah,
a lot of backs I see
Fib on
coming
Jack
out.
Strat.
Yeah. We do see someone in a star. I don't think it'll come out. Honestly, I don't
Wiggler's moving at 115. Murrah going out of his way to try to star him.
That's
not sure what he has. He could be holding blue. I'm assuming that WZ.
I have a feeling Murrah thinks that either, Casper had blue. If he was trying to star him that hard.
That or he was holding some sort of dodge.
Yeah, like a bill.
Spots are really mixed up right now, so it's interesting to see what happens in cannon to see if there will be a shock or not.
Gets a TC, he will be able to make it to cannon,
but
maybe not.
With that hit.
It's gonna be close. Yeah,
I don't think he's gonna make
it.
Spams a red. That was wow. WZ bottom 3 right now.
This
is
exactly what SY needs, and both baggers are all the way at the back. Now the question is, does Hawk have it? Hawk very well could have the shock. He could be sitting back there.
Yeah, Act
had to chase him all the way down there.
I don't think. Yeah.
Either way, they're gonna have to do it soon if they want to have some chance at this race. Looks like Casper
doesn't get a star. This is big for SY. They're gonna have to shock into the last set here. Quinn and Crash.
I don't think they have it.
Nope.
I don't think they have it either. He must have jumped off. They were holding blue. Murrah had it. Locked down.
Blue at the end.
Is that a top 2-4 or top
3? And they
3?
pass him at the end. They get last.
I
think
man.
SY might have just gotten a top 3. This is huge. This could mean that SY is up. God, I love how close these matches are. Like, just real talk. Top 2-4.
All right.
This is so great.
Top
just
2,
a constant
4,
back and forth. And they don't get the bagging point. Yeah, this is wow. That's probably around a +20. I wish I knew like.
It's less than that. Is it 13 or 15?
Hold on 1 second. Well, actually,
You're SY.
38, 39. 39 to 22, so 17, so they're down 3.
SY is picking TF.
Oh, for sure.
I can tell you that one.
Let's get some thoughts from the chat. We have 3 races left, and it is a 3-point match. Who is going to take this? Start throwing out some tags.
I don't even want to say myself because I don't even know.
Oh my god.
I've played SY more than I've played WC, but like both these teams are crazy.
So I think right now SY has more talent than WZ. From a purely talent perspective, I think that SY has them beat on that.
Okay,
However,
wait. When you say talent, are we referring to lines or item usage or all of the above?
All of the above.
Okay.
Overall talent.
Mm-hmm.
The thing where I think WZ excels is they have the experience and they have honestly the age.
They're vets,
like
yeah.
90% of the chat is all going for WZ. So just
Yeah,
WZ,
it looks like the chat is all WZ.
Yes.
We see Casper going for the bill in the beginning, gets a star in a pretty nice placement.
Yeah, chains his star for another star, has that in 7. Not bad.
Katie's
Crashes
saying
with
it's gonna
an
be
item in
tied.
6.
Just pointing that out there. We have, yeah, I think. No, okay, that was just lag. Yeah, still holding the star. I think they're banking on Shock here. We see WZ in a star, so no one has it at this point. The guy behind falls off.
Ooh, that Pow really kind of throwing Casper off a little bit on his.
And he kills Quinn with that.
Who's in first though?
But he does get Nick.
Oh, SY are in first.
SY.
It's 1-3 for SY. Anna down.
He might be going for this this snipe on Jax.
No, not here. It's gonna mess with his alignment.
That banana was a bit scary.
More triple shrooms.
In 4th. Oh my gosh, Casper's really pulling some great luck here.
There's that backspam. Oh,
I was gonna say he doesn't want to do anything too risky.
Top 2 now, all of a sudden turns the tables. WZ, the nice little lead here. Quinn goes wide, lets him pass. I think he should use one shroom here. Yep, he does.
Without Shock, this is a solid top 2.
Oh, that Nana trips him up a little bit. He's okay. He's still holding first.
Oh, there's a blue
being behind him.
Dodge.
Oh, he barely was able to dodge that.
Not able to go for Shroomless though, but I don't think it'll matter. And looks at it though, some of
SY.
Yeah, it looks 2-4 for SY.
Oh.
I think so, unless
half
Quinn
second later, that would have been GG for Casper. Wow.
Yeah, if he got caught in midair, that would have been really tough to avoid.
This definitely is a game of inches, though.
I was gonna say that race is probably only a +3. It's gonna be really close. These 1-3s, they are winning, but not by much. Yeah, 1-3. Oh, that's actually is winning by a lot.
1-3-5-6. That's a sizable win there.
Yeah.
And they did get the bagger point in the end.
It's an 11-point win. 11-point win there.
And I have from the chat, Casper said TK got powed off there. So I think.
So what? Plus 14 now for WZ.
Yeah.
So again, this is what we talked about. That situation. You don't have to get it all back in one race. It's great if you do, but you don't have to.
They just can't crack. That's all it is.
You have to win the next race. If you're SY, you want to be in that situation where you win this next race.
No.
And you really want to set yourself up for a good last race. Again, it's not the first one that kills you, it's the second one. If you get that second track pick after a big race, that hurts.
I don't want to jinx it.
WZ can do what SY did on the first match in the last race. Just secure first as best as you possibly can, and this should be a win.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was going to say, I don't want to jinx anything, but I have a feeling I don't want to say anything, but SY, they can't crack. That's all it is. They're going to be under pressure this race because, like you said, they have to win it and
a random moon view, it looks like, coming out from SY.
Man. Really interesting pick, Moonview? Huh.
That might have been
I think it was a random.
Okay. A random at this point in time.
To be fair though, it's not like WZ's top 3. Like with the drafts too.
This is gonna be interesting.
SY being top 2.
Casper could spam some kind of item. Nope, he gets triple bananas.
And Mura smartly moving out to the side.
Mura does get the beating of Casper there on the bump battle.
Yeah,
Mura
it was a
goes the wide
little
route.
bump there.
One doesn't want to wants to avoid any kind of crap. Gets a nice snipe.
Ooh.
Oh, this is
Yep, nice snipe on Jax. Mura's holding down first. Jax out to
Look at the
avoid the
pack.
red. He shrooms
Oh.
up.
Oh.
Win pushes him into the bomb car.
Oh. Look at the pack right now. It's so
This is so tight. I mean, you can really tell that everyone is kind of
One of
on
the baggers
edge
are
at this
going
point
forward,
from both.
though. I will have to see which bagger that is.
Someone has it.
This is interesting.
This could be huge if I think.
Nice
no.
TC pass coming out from Nick.
From the looks of it, though, some
Here
of
we
WZ is
go.
up there.
Yeah, WZ are bottom 2 though. Yeah, I think SY are top. SY
Yeah,
are top 2 in my opinion though, because they do have Mura in second.
Casper's POW could really change the deal, like the game. He's not gonna want to be hasty with this, seeing that Mura's in first with Daisy. Okay, I think he POWs him after boxes.
That kind of makes you think that SY is the one
has
holding
the
shock.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, gets the bill.
And
Definitely
he
a shock.
Unbelievable.
What are Casper's items? This is insane.
No, there's definitely a shock in play because of that. Spams the bill. I don't think it's gonna get him.
No, he's only
far,
gonna get
though.
6th out of this probably.
SY's not gonna use it.
I think SY just got the win here.
I think they just got a perfect race.
Is that top 3?
This
Top 3-7?
Was SY last?
Nick was back there.
Oh my lord.
Anyone want to reconsider who's gonna win?
Top
This is
3.
top 3-7, just like I said.
And the bagger point. No way.
That was a plus 21.
Dude, you gotta do that. You gotta do the score right away. I gotta see how.
Yep,
close
it's
this
plus.
is.
That was a plus 21, which means that they are down 3.
Oh my! It's on the exact.
No,
SY
no,
are
they're
up
up
7.
7. Up 7.
No way. It's coming down to last race. Okay, so without even looking, what do you think they're gonna pick?
Gardens
If they're this
or
spots.
I assume they're gonna pick Gardens because they have been picking Gardens the whole time.
They're still going DK Summit from a WZ perspective.
I think they're confident.
That's risky. I think they're putting a lot of faith in Hawk here. Getting back and getting that shock. Wario's Goldmine is an interesting pick.
Dude, it's gonna end on.
I guess the thought is you get Mura, you have Mura in first, and you just make sure that no one can bump him and keep him safe.
I feel like SY has all the momentum right now.
They
And
do,
the-
and
and
they
they
got
get
their
the
track.
pick.
You guys,
This is
all right.
This
All
is
right.
key.
What if this match ends in a tie? That my god.
Well, then they have to do tiebreaker
Tiebreaker
races
race or tiebreaker GP?
I think it's GP.
We'll see when we get there.
Yeah, definitely.
If you're WZ, you have to use all your items immediately. Get to the front, break up this top 3. Because right now they do have
Mike
top
maybe
2.
has a shroom.
Mike does not pull his red out in
Oh.
time. So it's just Mura, and he gets the fib down on Casper. That's an uncharacteristic error
That's a
from
good fit
Casper.
spot too, though.
It is a good fib spot for sure.
Someone falls off or gets bumped. I think that was SY. Not quite sure. We see him gonna chain these shrooms. He definitely wants something.
Yep,
A
it was
TC.
definitely SY.
Fuck.
TC is not what you need. He's gonna have to pass it to one of his teammates if he wants to get rid of it, unless he can pull a mega.
He passes it to.
He passes to the bagger.
no,
Oh no!
not quite.
Damn.
And it kills TK. This is not what they want to be seeing.
And TK has
scams
the bill, which means that this is good information for SY. They might have the shock.
Mura is in first too, so we know some of SY is up there. This is crazy.
The bagger and
Someone falls off. That was the
That
bagger.
was Hawk. That's Hawk. Yep.
Hawk falls off. I think they
No,
definitely
no,
have
they
it here.
fell.
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
I think. No,
Oh,
SY.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think
SY
SY has
has
the
it.
shock. So at this point, if you're SY, all you have to do is rinse and repeat.
All they need is
All you have
first.
to do
But
is rinse and
SY's
repeat.
driving
You hold-
toward. Act is driving towards Hawk.
He wants. I don't know. Either way, Casper has a star. He's gonna
that's
chain
a dead
it.
zone though. There's nowhere that you can get items there. So he would have to go, and Hawk's going backwards, Hawk and Axe going forward.
WZ 6-7. They need more than like second, third.
Yep.
They need
And I think
first.
Nick's
That's
holding
what they
something. They're
in a mega.
That's WZ and a mega.
Get the lucky golden. I don't
wow.
believe it.
Oh my god.
No way. Murrah has a red though.
way.
He has a red.
There it is.
He gets him off.
He gets them off. That should do
That
it.
is a win
That's
for
it.
SY.
Wait.
3,
4, 5, 6
4, 5,
though.
6.
Did they get first?
No, I think they got 2, 4, 5, 6.
That ending was nuts. That was the difference between win. I think that was the difference between win or loss.
Yeah, that red definitely cancels out that
red.
lucky golden though. So
Yeah, if I can't believe he got that golden in 6th again. If he avoids this red, that's Mike got first. Mike got first. So 1-3.
that is
that's it. That's all she
SY.
wrote.
Taking
SY clutching it out.
division.
Match that was, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't believe that ending.
What a phenomenal series.
The Cinderella story is complete.
Insane.
Sincerely yours is the champions of Division 1 Elite League Season 3.
Sincerely
The champions.
Wow. I'm in awe. I'm in shock. It's crazy.
Man,
I was like, dude, he gets it. It's over. He got a golden.
I'm honestly blessed to have casted this. This was a hell of a match. For
If you're WZ, you can't help but be disappointed there, but they really
for
played
FY
well.
to bounce back after that second match blowout and get that win right there, that's huge.
We got to give it up for both teams though. WC put up a really good fight. I mean that second match, they had so much momentum. The first match was super close. They were all really close for the most part.
I gotta say though, WZ,
Yeah.
even though they lost out in the end, they actually did play very well for a lot of the races. It was just match 1 and match 3 were just razor close, and that's what happens.
And it was a 12-point win for SY, 372 to 360.
372 to 360. Ah, yes, I got that part wrong. It was I have 362 to 370. So there we go. Wow. But yeah,
Once again, I want to give it up for both teams. That was as commentating, that was great to watch. That was intense.
It was a lot of fun.
That was crazy.
I gotta say, thank you to everyone here in the chat. Thank you to Jaggy. Thank you to Vincent. And thank you to MK Boards.
our very first
That is all
our
from
very
us.
first ever cast with a new group, and this is the match we casted. Insane.
That's the way to kick it off for sure. Everyone here in chat, thank you so much for coming out. Really appreciate you guys. We're going to be doing a lot more casting coming up. So if you have any suggestions, please feel free to send them our way. We'd love to see them. We want to make this as awesome as we can for you guys. It's kind of a way to give back to the community.
Okay, that's it, guys. Sorry I ended up cutting Wally off there because he went a little bit longer in his deep monologue there, but me being the inexperienced stream host that I was back in the day, I had a 30-second stream delay, so the stream ended up inadvertently being ended too early there. So I hope you guys enjoyed that particular series. There will be more videos on the MKB Rewind series coming up for you. Next one will be Megavolt versus Insane, Weemfi League Season 16 Division 2 Group Stage match. This match setting the tone for who would end up making the playoffs, and spoiler alert, whoever won that match will end up winning the entire league. So treat that particular match as if it were the final. That will be coming up for you guys in just a few days. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. On behalf of the boards, I'm Jaggy. We will see you guys next time.